Hi, this is Kevin Trainer, and welcome to my tutorial demo on installing the My Guitar Shop database for your database course. Now, this course is one of my database courses. We're using the Maroc MySQL book, second edition, and I've assigned exercises that are not published in the book itself. The exercises that are published in the book itself, the solutions to them are downloadable with the material from the publisher. And so there's a companion set based upon a database called My Guitar Shop, and that's what I assign for the assignments in the course. And so I need to get you the file so you can install the database. And that's what we're going to do now. Okay? So I am recording this in the summer of 2016, and I happen to be teaching a database course at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, UWM. And I'm teaching the 410 course, which is the database course in information studies. And associated with that, I have a weekly schedule page. And on the weekly schedule page, for the current week, when we're going to do this install, I have, under other resources, I have a downloadable file under the link My Guitar Shop Database Starter Files. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to download that. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to save the file. And it's going to come down in Windows 7, where I am now. It's going to show up in downloads. Okay. And it's called MGSEX starts. Okay, it's a zip file, and it turned out that I'm working in a virtual machine where I had already downloaded this one time, probably last semester, and that's why I've got two copies of it here. But we're going to just use the plain old copy, even though it's probably not the one that just downloaded. And what we're going to want to do is that we're going to want to unzip that into the proper directory. Okay, so where's the proper directory? Well, before you've come this far, you should have already installed the MySQL community server and the MySQL workbench software. And if you haven't, go find the tutorial video for that and get those installs done. As part of that install, we will have downloaded the material from the publisher's website and installed it on our machine. And provided that we did that, let's get another Windows Explorer here. Provided that we did that, we should be able to go to the C drive, and we should have set up a directory called Maroc, which is the name of both the author and the publisher, it being a family business. If we open that up, there's a subdirectory MySQL, which holds the files for this course, and another subdirectory, one that you will have already used if you got here the proper way is a DB setup. So there are a bunch of SQL script files, and the one that I have you load and run is the one called create databases. And if we load it and we ran that right, then when we open MySQL workbench, which I'm going to do now, and open up a connection, we'll see over here in the navigator panel under schemas that we have in fact loaded the 3 sample databases that came with the textbook. And now we're just going to do a fourth. Okay? All right. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to take our zip file that we downloaded, okay, and we want to put it into its own directory in the directory tree C Meroc MySQL. Okay, and if you're doing this on the Mac, you've already found the place to put the Meroc directory, a recommended one, and so you're at the equivalent spot there. And what we want to do is we want to unzip that zip file we just downloaded into this MySQL subdirectory. So let's go find that. Let's go find downloads. Okay, and let's highlight the zip file. And in Windows, we would want to say we want to extract all. It's going to be a little bit different in the Mac. Okay, so files will be extracted to this folder. Well, we don't want to extract right there, so let's browse. And again, I'm just going to find my way to where I just was. Local disk, Meroc, MySQL, and I'm going to say OK. So let's extract. And now, in addition to all the subdirectories we had under Meroc MySQL before, we have mgs-ex starts, which is my guitar shop example starts, which is what we want. So if we open that directory, we're going to see that there is a script that's just the one we want, create my guitar shop. So that's going to be the one we're going to execute. We're not going to do it from here though. We're going to do it from inside of MySQL Workbench. So let's close some of these things because we're not going to need them. All right. And let's get back into Workbench, which is here. And now what we want to do is we want to find that script file that I just showed you, and we want to open it and run it. So there are a lot of ways to do that in one of these products with a graphical user interface, but the most straightforward way would be to go up to the menu for Workbench and click on File, Open SQL Script. Okay, and now I've got to find my way to my place in that directory screen. So I want to be at Meroc MySQL, but not down in book scripts. So let's go there. And there it is, mgs-ex starts. Open that. And there's create my guitar shop. Let's highlight that. And let's go down to the lower right and click on open. And here is the script that is going to create the My Guitar Shop database. So without having highlighted anything in this file, because I'm going to want to run the entire file, I want to go to the leftmost lightning bolt icon and give it a click. And what we've got is we've got a run here. And what we're going to expect is we're going to expect yet another schema. But we don't see it yet because we need to do a refresh. So if we go over to the Navigator panel and right to the right of that word schemas, that title, there's a refresh icon. And here we see, oh yeah, we have My Guitar Shop. So why don't we double click on that to use it. And why don't we go to Tables. And here are the files. Okay. So we've got addresses, administrators, categories, customers, order items, orders, and products. And let's just prove that we can make this work. Okay, let's take something like customers. And I'm going to go all the way over to the right and click on this icon that's going to open up the data display and editor for that table. And here's the customers table right here, looking just fine. So that's it. We've done our job. So I'm just going to close up shop here, close these script windows, and close up Workbench. And now we should be able to work on any of the exercises. Now, I'm going to point out one thing. In the course of doing the exercises, in the early chapters, we don't either insert or update or delete anything from the database. So the database really stays in its pristine state. We're only doing selects. Later on, we do start to change the data in the database. It's possible to get the database in some kind of unknown state. If you need to reinstate the fresh copy of the database, you just have to go back and rerun the script that we ran. It will drop the schema for the Guitar Shop database, which will delete all the data and recreate it fresh, just as it came from the author of our textbook. So that's a possibility that you want to keep in mind in later exercises if you get into trouble with inserts, deletes, and updates. Okay, that should be enough to get you going on your first set of exercises. I'm going to say bye until next time. Bye-bye.